Hi there, this is a video for NCBM Math 0302, Unit 3, Part 5, Simplifying Expressions. And I am Professor Jaime Lepe, and I will be guiding you through this lesson. Okay, so simplifying expressions means that before we evaluate an algebraic expression, we need to simplify it. So this will make all of your calculations easier. Here are the basic steps to follow to simplify an algebraic expression. Number 1, remove the parentheses by multiplying factors. Apply the distributive property if necessary. Part 2, use the exponent rules to remove parentheses in terms with the exponents. Number 3, combine the like terms by adding coefficients. And then number 4, combine the constants, okay? And all of these steps we have done in the previous videos for Unit 3, okay? So in the example, it's asking us to do the following. Simplify the expression. In the expression is here, 5 times parentheses 2 plus x plus the term 3x times the term in parentheses 5x plus 4. Subtraction parentheses negative variable x and then the whole thing squared. And so out of all of these terms, be very careful with this one. Okay, let's go ahead and start the procedure on how to simplify this expression, and we'll do it piece by piece, okay? So the first thing that we'll go after is the first term, 5 times the parentheses 5 times parentheses term 2 plus x. So what we'll do here is we'll use a distributive property, distribute the 5 across the 2 and the variable x, and that's done by multiplication. So the 5 times the 2, that's going to give us a 10, 2 times the x, that's going to give us a 2x, okay? Then we'll move to the next term that's here, and we'll do the same thing. Multiply everything, distribute by multiplication. So this will be 3x times the 5x, okay? So 3x times the 5x, that's going to give us a 15x squared, okay? And then the 3x times the 4, that's going to be the same thing as the 3 times 4, which is a 12. And then we include the variable x, okay? And now let's take a look at the last term. So in the last term, what I'm going to do here, we'll have a minus sign, is do it off to the side. So we can kind of keep track of what's going on here, okay? It says to take negative x and then square it. Okay, so that's going to be the same thing as minus x times minus x. This is actually going to be the same thing as minus 1 times minus 1 times variable x times the variable x. Negative times a negative is a positive. X times x, that's going to be x squared. Okay, and so over here at the end, we're going to have minus x squared. Okay. And so we're not finished yet. All we've done here is we've applied the distributive property, remove the parentheses, okay? And we've also used part 2, use the rules for the exponents to remove parentheses in terms with exponents, okay? So now we're going to move on to step 3, combine the like terms by adding the coefficients, and then also throw in step 4, combine any of the constant terms, okay? Okay, so let me go ahead and erase this part, and here we go, okay. We'll start at the beginning. So we have the number 10, and then we're looking to see if we can combine 10 with any constant terms. There are not any more constant terms, so 10 will just be left by itself, okay? And then we'll move to the next term, 2x. And we'll look to combine a like term with it, a term that just has a number also with the variable x raised to the 1. So that's a 2x plus a 12x. That means add the 2 and the 12. That's going to get us a 14x. Okay. So far, we've taken care of this one, and this one. And then the next term we'll look at is a 15x squared. And we'll look to combine it with another x squared term, a like term. So we have the negative x squared, so that means we need to take the 15, add it to a minus 1. So let me write that down here, 15 minus 1, positive 14. And so we'll get plus 14. Let me rewrite that. Make it look better. Okay. So that's going to be plus 14x squared. Okay. And so we have simplified the algebraic expression by removing parentheses by using distributive property, using exponent rules to also remove parentheses terms with the exponents, combine the like terms by adding coefficients, combine constant terms. And let me go ahead and box in the answer here. And so that should be our answer. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at another example. Here we go. Okay, example 1, part A. Simplify the expressions. And so over here in part A, we don't need to use any distributive property here because we don't have any terms or numbers, so to speak, in front of the parentheses, okay? So what we could do here on the first part, drop the parentheses, okay? Then on the second part, I was mistaken. We have a minus sign there, so that means we need to multiply everything that's inside the second set of parentheses with a minus 1. So negative 1 times a 6, that's going to be a minus 6. Negative 1 times a positive x, that's going to give us a minus x, okay? So we've dropped the parentheses on the first set of parentheses, the second pair of parentheses. We actually needed to use distributive property, distribute by multiplication with a negative 1, okay? And now what we'll do here is we'll combine the like terms. So the 4x is going to combine with the minus x, that's going to give us a 3x. And then the 7 is going to combine with a 6. 7 minus 6, that gives us positive 1. Okay? Okay, so that's kind of easier than the previous example. Let's take a look at one that requires us to do a little bit more. Okay, part D. So on part D here, we have a combination of parentheses, terms, and then terms in front of the parentheses. Okay? So for this one, what we'll do is on the first set of parentheses, we'll distribute everything by multiplying by 2. So the 2 times x, that's going to give us a 2x. 2 times a positive 3, that's going to give us a 6. And then on the second set of parentheses, distribution will be by multiplication of positive 3. So the 3 times the 5, that's going to give us 15. 3 times the minus 4x, that's going to give us minus 12x. Okay? And then we'll do the same thing. We'll start to combine the like terms. So the 2x term is like the minus 12x term. So we'll add the coefficients. And so adding the coefficients here means that it'll be the result of 2 minus 12, which is going to be a minus 10. So we have a minus 10x. That takes care of these two terms. And then we'll add the constant term, so the 6 and the 15, that's going to add to positive 21. Okay, all right, and then let me see if I could find one more, something else that, let's see if we can get another one going. Okay, yeah, here we go, number 6, okay. So on number 6, simplify the algebraic expression, okay? So the first thing that we'll do is we'll distribute by multiplication the 4 across both the terms inside the parentheses. So 4 times the minus 2x, that's going to be a minus 8x. 4 times the 4x squared, that's going to be a 16x squared, okay? And then over here, it's going to be plus, and off to the side, I'm just going to go ahead and do the work for the exponent. Negative 2x times minus 2x, okay? So this will actually turn into negative 2 times negative 2, x times x. Negative 2 times negative 2, that's a positive 4. x times x, that's a x squared. So over here, we'll have the 4x squared, okay? So my advice is when you're dealing with terms like this, do it off to the side just to play safe, especially whenever you have negative terms inside of a parentheses, okay? In these examples, we've seen some negative terms inside of parentheses. They were raised to an even power. That's usually not too bad, but every once in a while you might have to raise to an odd power, and you have to keep track of the negative signs, okay? Okay, and so let's move on with simplifying the expression. Okay, so I'll go ahead and erase this one for now, erase this one for now, erase for now, erase for now, okay? And the last thing that we'll do is we'll combine the like terms. So the minus 8x is not going to combine with anything. So minus 8x, okay? And then the 16x squared, that will combine with the 4x squared. So the 16 plus the 4, that's going to be a 20. So that's going to be over here as part of the answer, plus 20x squared. Okay, and I'll go ahead and box in the answer. So the result of simplifying the expression in 6 is going to be a minus 8x plus 20x squared. And this is the video for Unit 3-5, simplifying expressions.